day one of the Delphi murders trial. Now, this is back in 2017. It rocked this small town in Indiana, baffled local police, really up until almost today. Two teenage girls, 13-year-old Abigail Williams, 14-year-old Liberty German. They're hiking, okay? You remember this one? A few hours later, they're found brutally murdered, okay? Both girls' throats slit. Libby naked, bloodied. Her best friend Abby's clothes found on top of her. Intense, bizarre scene. High intentionality. Took local cops more than 5 years to make an arrest. So then comes 2022. 52-year-old Richard Allen lived in the small town of Delphi, worked as a pharmacy tech, arrested, charged with the 2 counts of murder and 2 additional counts of murder while committing or attempting to commit kidnapping. That's called a felony murder, okay? You're trying to do something that is a high felony, you wind up killing people. It is a combination crime. Joining me now, attorneys Misty Marris and Randy Zellen. It's good to have you both. Thank you, especially on a Friday. From the prosecution perspective, who's going to give me that? Is that Randy or Misty? Who's giving me the prosecution?
That's me. That's me tonight, Chris.
All right. All right.
Thankfully.
So, Randy, from the prosecution perspective on this, first, one case at a time. I want to talk Delphi, but I want to get your quick take. Do you think Roberson is going to wind up being able to live because the lawmakers and the prosecution and the defense all want the same thing to happen? Or do you think they're going to kill him?
They got to keep him alive. Talk about, could you have a better example of reasonable doubt, needing more information? My God, it shows us a trial is not the search for the truth. It is your version of enragement versus engagement.
Misty, why would the courts be pushing back on this when, like, nobody wants them to?
Well, there are some prosecutors and some medical advocates have said that this was a valid medical theory and still remains to be. And really what we have here is every other court has rejected his plea for clemency. So it was rejected by the Supreme Court of the United States, the highest criminal court in Texas, the parole board. And so really all of his appeals have been exhausted. But this is really a this is like legal maneuvering more than we've ever really seen on this type of issue. So it's a really interesting case to follow.
It's really unprecedented to have the legislature step in.
Yeah, I think he's going to wind up being lucky he's in Texas. I think he's going to wind up being lucky he's in Texas because the judges are going to want to not piss off both sides of the state house there. It's a different dynamic. All right, quick. Delphi, Misty, on the defense side of that one, do they have a shot of shooting down the case on basically a process issue, or do you think that this is a tough haul for the defense because they got the right guy?
Look, it's a real tough haul for the defense, mainly because he confessed behind bars 60+ times. That's a really difficult hurdle to overcome. But from the defense perspective, think about the timeline of this case. 2017, an arrest isn't made until 2022. They're really going after the investigation, and there were a lot of bumps in that. They're also challenging the timeline. And keep in mind, there's something happening in the background that the defense alluded to today in their opening statement, and that's that one of the girls was communicating with an individual who's now deceased, but was a convicted pedophile, and that he was a suspect at one point. So I have a feeling you're going to see the defense really focusing on this is another individual who could have committed this crime that isn't here today, and therefore there's reasonable doubt. That's where the defense is going on this one.
And the strong counter on the other side, Randy, quickly, is he was there.
Well, not only was he there, but there was a bullet found, and apparently that bullet is linked to a gun that was seized from his home. So that's going to be an extraordinarily difficult thing for the defense. The defense has to focus in on, my God, talk about luck. Are you telling me the guy woke up this morning, I'm going to go kill people. I load up my gun, my knives, and I happen to find 2 girls and I kill them with a knife. There is reasonable doubt built into this case if they can get around the bullet.
Misty, Randy, thank you both very much. I appreciate you.